Hi, I'm Michaela, and I'm not feeling like putting a lot of boxes under the camera, so the camera is tall enough for me to stand up, so I'm recording sitting on the floor. With that said, let's talk about MacMaker. If you don't know, I'm making a MacMaker, which is basically a parametric generator of Macs, of 3D models of Macs. It's basically my final project for class, and the idea is to practice parametric generation and try how it works, because I think the product of this project is really super interesting. It's kind of cool and fun to do, but I'm not like, wow, this is really interesting for everyone, but it's more to learn than to have a really good product. However, that said, I'm doing the interface right now, and I'm basically stuck between two really different options. So first option is a really simple interface, like this one I did for like this video, and also like a test for the interface. It's really simple, really basic shapes, and really functional. I like it, but also I think it's really serious. Okay, so let's get to it after we talk of the other completely different option, which is this one. It's really cartoony, really fun, really interesting, and I really like the shapes. It's quite cool. However, it's, as I said, cartoony, playful, and all that stuff, which is not as serious. So yeah. Also, this one is more complex in because it has more different shapes and more colors and more of everything. So it's harder to do. In fact, I spent like 15 minutes on doing the first option, and I spent like 1 hour and a half, probably more, doing the second option. So yeah, that's also a thing to take into account. So as I was saying, the first one is really serious. It gives like the idea, like the MacMaker is a parametric generator for doing stuff, like a tool more than a fun little project. And the other interface, like the cartoony one, gives this vibe of it's really a character generator but with mouse. It's like a fun twist. It's not a tool anymore. It's just a really goofy idea. So just because of the interface, because all the other stuff is the same, I'm giving two ideas for what is the MacMaker. That's interesting for me. I really like this idea of, depending only on the interface, I'm giving two totally different vibes to the same product. And the thing is, I'm not really sure what I want to do. Like, I want the MacMaker to be like a serious thing, like a kind of a tool, but I want it to be more of like, how do I say it? Like a playful thing to test stuff and see, oh, I made a really nice Mac. I think it fits better in the second option because it's not really a parametric generator like as a tool, it's more like a fun project. So yeah, I guess the second option fits better it, but also it's not only what I think about it, is how I want to sell it. Not sell it literally, like gaining money with it, but how I want to present it to the world. I want the MacMaker to be presented as, hey, I can do interesting parametric generation tools, or I want to present it as, hey, I can do fun things for indie games, I guess. And it's about that, like the things I'm thinking. I'm not sure if it's really that important, but I'm thinking it like that. So yeah, the thing is, I'm not sure which path should I follow, so I'm asking you, which one of these two interfaces do you think is better? Like, not better because they're not the same thing. Although they're both interfaces, they serve totally different purposes. So the functional one wants to be serious, the playful one wants to be playful. So it's better to be playful or it's better to be serious. Nothing is better than no one is better than the other. It's just different concepts. So which one do you think fits more, the MacMaker, and which one do you just like it more? And And do you have any interesting twist to make to any of these ideas? Because they're not set in stone. So basically, you say, hey, I like this specific interface, but what if you do that to that interface? That would be really cooler. So yeah, tell me what do you think in the comments of this video. That's all about it. See you in the SDTM of this month, which will be in 10 days, more or less. So yeah, I'm working on that. No, I'm not working on that. I should start working on the SDTM. So yeah, bye.